Hi, my name is Akshaya Kaushik. I am a Delhi based practicing lawyer. Today I'll be talking about something which I have gone through, and I feel that most of the lawyers, including senior and junior ones, and the litigants, that is, the clients, have gone through the same. That is the non cooperation of the court staff. It often happens to me whenever I go to the court, even now, for some kind of urgent work. They try to, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not deliberately, or sometimes because of the order of the judge, they delay the matter. And I don't know what is the reason behind that. Maybe because of the attitude they have acquired from past several years of work, or maybe because of the authority they have given or granted by the judge or the higher authorities. So I would like to share some of the experience of mine, that how I dealt with the court staff and how I'd succeeded, or sometime I managed to deal with them. There was an incident almost 4 years ago when I was working under someone. I was a junior lawyer that time, and during that time, I had been given a chance by my senior to cross examine the defendant's witness. So I had to cross examine the defendant's witness, and for that, I needed the certified copy of the plaintiff's witness examination, that is, our witness. And the time granted to me by the judge was almost 3 months. So within the span of 3 months, I had to cross examine the defendant's witness. But what happened to me when I applied for the certified copy from the counter, the facilitation center itself, they gave me, I think, 15 days time. The first date which was given to me, I went to the facilitation center after 15 days of time, but when I reached out to them, they told me that, sir, we have not received the document from the court and we are not enabled to supply you the copy right now, so you need to wait some more time. What I did was, I told them to give me an acknowledgement on the back of the receipt which I had with me, so that when I'll come back, I'll show it to you and you will deliver the documents to me. They did the same. After 10 days, they again said the same things to me, that we have not received the documents and you have to wait for some time. I again went back to them and they were again telling me the same thing. I asked them that who is the responsible person, who is responsible for taking care of all the documents of the court, and who is also responsible for supplying you the documents, so that I can convey my problem to him, because it is very urgent for me now to prepare my cross examination, and there are chances that court may impose cost upon me if I will not cross examine the defendant's witness. So they told me that Ahmad is the person who is responsible for all the documents and all the files, and you can go and ask him. I went to the Ahmad room, and when I asked him about the documents, I showed him the receipt that I had applied for the documents almost 20 days ago, but I have not received the document because of your delay. Instead of telling me or giving me the documents or any kind of assurance, he told me that, sir, I have the orders from the judge, that जज साहब ने कहा है कि आपको डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं, अभी मैं और कोई काम नहीं कर सकता हूँ, आप थोड़ा वेट कर लीजिए, और अगर आपको ज़्यादा अर्जेंसी है तो आप जज साहब के सामने मेंशन कर देना. That were the clear wordings of the Ahmad I am telling you right now. I said, okay, if you can give me this writing, that will be very helpful for me. But he said, no sir, I cannot give you anything in writing. You are a lawyer. I know what are you trying to do with me, and I know how lawyers are diplomatic. So please don't try to play games with me, and I will not be giving you any sort of acknowledgement. And if you are too smart to play with me, you can approach the judge sahab. I said, okay. The date came and I had to cross-examine the defendant. The judge told me that, Mr. Counsel, please cross-examine the defendant's witness. The witness is present. I said, sir, I cannot be able to cross-examine the defendant witness because of the dealing of your court staff. I applied for the certified copy of the documents of the plaintiff's cross-examination, because of which I am not prepared in the court. The judge was shocked initially. Then he said, I don't think court staffs are reluctant or delaying in doing the work, and I know my court staff, they cannot do any such thing to you, and if they have done it, I will be the person who will take care of it. I said, okay, sir, you can call the Almad now. And in front of Almad, I confronted him that whether you said those words to me or not. He said, no, sir, I did not say anything to the वकील साहब और ये सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं. मैंने कहा, I have the call recording. I have the recording of entire incident. I recorded the version of yours when you were telling me all those things. And that was the time I was playing with the Almad, because I did not record anything, any part of such a day, but I tried to manipulate the Almad because I wanted him to confess that he was the person who actually did the same. And I also showed the receipt of the certified copy, that how much date was given to me and when I came to the Almad room, and what was the reason of delaying the cross examination, and why I was seeking the adjournment before the judge. So the Almad was afraid, obviously, because he did not want me to show the recording to the judge. He said that yes sir, वकील साहब आए थे लेकिन मैंने उनको मना कर दिया था क्योंकि उस समय मैं किसी और काम में बिजी था, और मैंने उनको बदतमीजी तो नहीं करी, बट मैंने उनको मना कर दिया था. I did not proceed further. Judge was convinced and he told me that Mr. Counsel, the matter was delayed and I will not impose any kind of cost upon you, and I'll give you a short date. Tell me that what date is convenient for you, and I'll make sure that next time it will not happen to you or any advocate. And I was then relieved that the confrontation of the Almad by me, or the truth which I used in the court, I did not try to concoct a story, I did not try to manipulate the courtroom. I just said whatever happened to me. What I did the best was, at that particular point of time, is I narrated the whole incident before the judge with proper acknowledgement, with proper confession. If I would have tried to concoct the story, the judge would have known it. And I personally appeal to you as well, whenever you are dealing with the court staff, be polite. They are reluctant in doing the work because of the pressure, because of sometimes because of the orders of their superiors, the judges, the district judge, and or the other court staff as well. So they do not, sometimes, most of the times I've seen in my personal career, that they try to delay the matter intentionally also, because so many lawyers come to them and ask them that I have urgent work, I need you to get my work done as soon as possible, I have a date to appear, please give me date as soon as possible because I have to rush to High Court. And sometimes, or even most of the times, lawyers do these things because of the better responses from them. And this is the only one incident I have told you. The another incident which happened to me was when I had to rush to the High Court, and the judge, the presiding officer of the court, was on leave, and it was already mentioned outside the court by the reader itself. So the lawyers were there. I stepped inside the courtroom and I asked the reader that, sir, please give me the date and at least tell me that if you can mark my attendance, because I have to rush to the High Court, there is a very important matter of mine, and if I will not go, or if I will not reach on time, the judge will dismiss the case as well, because that is the very first hearing I have to appear on. The reader said, no sir, I have not received any orders from the judge, and the judge sab is definitely on leave, but you have to wait for some time. I said, at least mark my attendance, you can give any date you wish to, but right now I have to rush to High Court very urgently. It is a urgent matter, I cannot stay here for a longer period of time. He said, no sir, I have no instructions from my senior, from the judge, and if I'll mark your attendance, there are so many other lawyers also who are waiting, they will insist me to mark their attendance as well, and that will obviously makes the thing worse for me, because all the lawyers are in hurry, you are not the only one. So I waited for an hour, and then after an hour he still was not able to give the date, and my item number was 40 or I think 41 I guess. So it was a long period of time I had to wait for. I said that, Reader Sahab, I'm going right now because of the date, because of the urgency in the High Court. So it is better you mark my attendance, or I will mention the same thing to the judge. He said, okay sir, you can go, and I cannot help you right now. So I rushed to the High Court, and I appeared before the High Court, and the matter was done very effectively. When the date of that particular court in which the judge was on leave, I appeared before the judge. The judge said that on the last date of hearing, when I was in leave, you were not appeared. You did not appear before the court. I said, sir, I appeared before the court and I waited for almost an hour. बट दी रीडर साहब, उन्होंने डेट ही नहीं लगाई. मैंने कहा कि अब मेरी अटेंडेंस मार्क कर दीजिए, बट ही डिड नॉट मार्क माई अटेंडेंस एज वेल. And because of that, I had to rush to the High Court. I waited for almost an hour. My item number was 41 and I paid on that day. And also I showed the order of the High Court, or of that particular date in which I appeared before the High Court as well. So the time and the date on which I appeared, on which the attendance of mine was marked by the High Court judge, was there in front of the judge. And that particular point of time, he believed me, and also told the reader that whenever you get any kind of emergency case, please mark the attendance of lawyers at least, because if you will not mark the attendance, it will always cost not only the lawyer but the litigants as well. So this is not the on two occasions I have faced. There are a number of occasions I face these kind of things, that is non-cooperation of court staff. And I think you need to be proactive, you need to be quite smart, you have to have your acknowledgements with you. Sometimes the recordings can work, and if you do not have the recordings, or you do not have any kind of acknowledgement, at least try to be honest in front of judge. Trust me, they believe you, because they know that how lawyers are doing their work, and how difficult it is for a lawyer to manage their work from one court to another. So they almost believe you, and I have not seen in my career so far any time when judge is opposing the appeal of a lawyer, that if a lawyer is saying something, they do not try to what is the correct word? I'm in a lack of word right now. They will not disbelieve you. They believe you, and they will surely pass an order in favor of you.